Yeah, I saw on another podcast that Warner Brothers, the parent company, was like, "Hey, edit this out before it goes out," and they chose not to, and then edited stuff out that happened later in the program because that was like the first award that
So they didn't
happened.
had,
That
yeah, it was the very first award. So
hmm
they had several time chances to edit this out, and they because BBC should have said, "Nah, we ain't finna do this." You know, and again, it wouldn't be so abhorrent if you hadn't edited out different
other
other
stuff. Yeah,
speeches, you know,
yeah.
and you leave
Free
this
Palestine
one.
needed to come out. They needed to go, but this dude calling somebody
hmm
just
Right.
randomly.
And the thing is, the guy was like, I had been ticking all night and stuff, whatever. They explained people, nobody said anything. They warned everybody before I came in, I guess, and that happened. They leave in the loudest one and the one that, causes the most, disturbance and distress and stuff, whatever, I just and it's not really on him, I guess, because he has Tourette's. I mean, I still would have apologized. It's the same. If you bump somebody with your crutch, or you hit somebody in the ankle with your blind stick, or stuff. Oh, my bad, my fault. It's not really, like, but it's just the common decency to think, to do that, to apologize for offending someone. I mean, like, again, and they handle it with grace, but it's still demoralizing. Like, you're up there, doing a
They
job,
shouldn't have to. They shouldn't
Right, they
have to.
shouldn't have to, And then furthermore, BAFTA, BBC, the people, that put it on, yeah, they had the foresight to warn everybody about him and stuff, whatever. But apparently they didn't have the foresight to tell the production team, hey, if this happens, make sure we edit that out. Make sure we, mute the audience while, you know what I'm saying, while the hosts are on, something like that. I feel like, and maybe it's just because I'm in a product, role and stuff, whatever, you identify risk, and that's great. You identify the risk, but also with that, the risk having this man with Tourette's in the audience, he can't control it. You warn everyone else. You let all the downline, people know, hey, this is going to be happening. You know, we understand this is just, he has this. You explain the situation. He has Tourette's, involuntary. If you're not offended, and I believe they even moved some people. I'm not 100% sure about that, but
Can you imagine if he was sitting right next to some niggas like
right.
originally,
Yeah,
But then
and
my
then
thing
he
about
said
that is
that?
though, you had this, but then
okay,
you
thank
didn't
you.
prepare for what
And give me a
happens
cup
for
too.
if it was offensive or disruptive,
Okay,
and
thank
that's
you.
really what it was. It was, disruptive to Michael B and Delroy Linden. Like, it was really disruptive. They appear on a, just trying to give a, trying to break the ice, the first award of the night,
Oh, the
just
ice was
being
broken.
shattered with some very sharp, jagged icicles, if you will.
Hmm
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I just feel like the
Ma'am,
whole thing was just mishandled, you know?
what is that?
So
What is that?
Yeah.
she getting handed food off camera. Look, that's what you get. Did it go in your titty? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's the mixed
Yeah.
up chips,
Oh yeah.
sweet heat barbecue Cheetos.
Oh yeah. Okay. But I just feel like that whole thing was just mishandled, you know.
I mean, the man can't help having Tourette's, but everybody else's response after that, that should have never made it
Yeah. And
to air for
honestly, it
us.
was on BAFTA, it was on BBC, it was on the people that put on the event. Because again, just identifying a risk or something is not enough. You need to have a plan for what happens after if this happened. You can't just identify the risk and hope it doesn't happen. No, you need to plan for it. So it was just
I
mishandled.
wonder if he gave like his triggers or whatever, like his words and stuff ahead of
Apparently,
time.
the reason he was asked there is because they did a movie called I Swear, and it was basically a documentary on his Tourette's and what that means and stuff, whatever, so that's part of the
But
reason why they gave the
if his
crowd the
that
disclaimer.
if his if his word or trigger was like free Palestine, they would have never let that man sit in there or let that
I'm
stuff go
just
on
saying.
there. It just depends on what they were saying and who they don't mind defending. They're just clear as day to
That's
me.
true. That's what it is.
Tell JoJo good night.
He's sure he got to go to the bathroom after he had already came into the room and asked me if we were recording.
Of course. Of course, of course. Everybody got their phones on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, ma'am. Intros.
Okay. Yeah. So this is Who All Coming, the Kinfolk podcast. I'm Maroon Assassin. We got Jay Monet, and back from the living dead, we got Queen Bee. Hey y'all.
Hey.
Hey,
She's a pony. Don't do her.
I know,
I'm
right?
a
I'm just saying she
pony.
was a very sick pony for a while, you know.
I
So
was
I
a
don't know.
very sick
Is it a
pony.
pony ears? Is it Jigglypuff ears? What is that?
No, I think it's a unicorn. I
Okay,
got a
yeah,
little
okay.
Girl,
picture
you
of
need to
it.
add more to the lace front right there. I like to see is that one patch.
I know,
Well, right
right?
here.
Fill it in, Buki. Yeah. Oh, that's her horn. Okay, she just got a
Oh,
hairy
that's a
horn.
horn. Okay, okay.
That's
Okay, it's
all
giving
Okay.
right,
unicorn. All right, it's giving unicorn. Gotcha.
y'all.
Gotcha.
Okay, all right. Well, and I guess we're gonna let you have the floor. How many stars for the week?
You got to give us the last 2 weeks because we
Right.
ain't
We know
seen you
you were,
Oh,
not well,
oh my
on
God,
death's
y'all.
door.
I
knocking,
really was
breathing.
like, I feel like death warmed over, y'all. That first day I had went to work, and the day I had left, which was Friday, I was just cold. I was like, oh my God, I'm so cold. Like, why am I so cold? And I was like, oh, okay. So then at Saturday and Sunday, I was jacked up in the bed the whole weekend. I said, I'm not doing nothing, no acting, do anything. So then I was like, well, shit, I gotta be okay. So I had to go to work on Monday,
Mm.
y'all. And then like the state came in, so I was a part of the state's visit, so I had to make sure I stayed until the state left. But luckily, everything like cleared out. Hey, Josiah. Luckily, everything had cleared out. And y'all, I just stood on the wall and I was like just sweating out of breath. I couldn't do anything. And then my employee looked at me like,
Yep, I would have done the
was
same thing.
like,
Not holding that. Yeah,
I would
well.
have done one of these.
yeah. And I normally like I'll go to school, I'll go to work sick. You know, it's not a big deal depending on how sick you are, but I never go to the doctor's office unless I'm just horrible because I just drink some tea or, Mucinex or whatever.
Drink some water, lay down, and go
Baby,
to work.
when I had to grab that wall while I was at work, I said, you know what? I think I need to go ahead and go through the ER because I'm too damn hot. Not at all, but no, I was down. I was out for like 2 weeks, y'all. And like one day I just didn't eat. Like y'all know how much I love to eat. Like I lost weight from being sick because I wasn't eating.
That's not the
Like it
diet you
was
want,
just
mama.
that's not the diet you want. But I want to say probably maybe the end of last week I started feeling better. So I mean, but I still been knocking these damn papers out because I had a chance to just sit there and be on my computer. But me actually gaining mobility, like and everything like that, like y'all, it took me out. Y'all know how I love walking. I had to build that up. I had went walking around the job one day when I got back with me and my buddy. We always go walk and we play Pokemon. And so when we was walking around, he looked at me and he said, "Are you okay? Why you breathing so hard?" So yeah, I've been out of there. I've been out of there. But last week I didn't get on because I was still recovering. And I think I was in bed and I was like, I'm not getting out of this bed. Like I'm still just gonna lay here. So but no, I feel good. So the last few weeks, I'm gonna say my week's been like a 3, 4, like very uneventful besides being sick. Just day-to-day stuff, kids. Oh, Dallas had a Black History Project program
Okay.
on Thursday. I have to send y'all pictures. It was like a little wax museum. So we had to make sure I did that. This lady tried to charge me $165 to do Lily's hair while I was sick that first weekend before I got diagnosed. And so I had said, you got me fucked up. So I said, let me go ahead and get my sick ass up here and do Lily's hair.
Right.
So I did Lily's hair, but other than that, like it just is what it is. Same old, same old. So, but I'm good now. So,
Okay, okay. Well, we love to hear it. Glad you're back.
What was you trying to get under her hair?
um, like individuals in the back, maybe not even like 20 like individual braids in the back, right? And then I wanted the front cornrows with
Hmm.
like one side going back and then the other side going down like this. 165.
Her head ain't that damn big. How was
Not that much
you going
bigger.
to?
But them kids,
Yeah,
they
it
move
was
and they wiggle, and it makes
they
my
move a
job a
lot.
little
They
bit harder.
No, it's based off of
yeah.
how big them damn heads is. It's not
That's the
that big.
inconvenience fee. Okay.
How thick?
Now
Well, I mean, I guess
because
I don't know.
because she was John's family, she was like, but I'll go down to 100. So then I was like, okay, I could do that, but then I was still like trying to think of the thought of like regurgitating $100 to do that, and I was like,
Girl, I'm so glad you
yeah,
went ahead and did her hair.
Right. Yeah, you
and it don't
couldn't.
last long. Leaders hair never lasts long anyway, so that's the reason why like I glad I just did it myself.
Right.
It was fine.
Right.
It looked just fine. So she loved it. Whatever. It's
Okay.
done again. Look, it's done differently now. So yeah.
Right, yeah.
And that
Okay,
is
so
why
how many
But
stars was
I
that?
learned
I
how to
missed
restyle
that.
hair myself.
so the last few weeks that I haven't been on, I'm gonna say about a 3.4, 3.5. If I can give half stars. Can I give half stars?
I mean, if
I'll
that's
say
how you
I'll
feel.
say
Sure,
four.
sure.
I'll just say no, I'll give 3.5. Yeah. 2.5. 3.5. Okay, but no, this past week so far it's been a four. Like I can't complain. It's been good.
Okay. Well, then
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
So for me, the last 2 weeks, we've just been kind of, going to see Daddy, which has been great, positive, working, how it is when you're, go live with a product application, realm and stuff, whatever. So that's been hectic, but, um, working with a new dietitian, same therapist, great. And then I started back streaming Borderlands, which I think I might be a little bit addicted to the game, but I love it. So it's a fun game. So I did that and then also set up some other things for side stuff, So I feel like it was real productive. I'm going to say it was probably a 3, 4.
And a half. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And a half,
Yeah.
right?
Wait, so it's a 3 or a 4.5?
Yes.
I'm confused.
Yes.
Okay, and the max is 5, right?
Yeah, so I'm yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
I,
Just
All
yes.
right.
yep.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
love it. I
What
love it.
about you,
Um,
twin?
y'all remember that manager I was always talking about? They get on my damn nerves.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
He got transferred out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
oh, good news.
Love that for
No,
us.
no, I actually liked him. He just got on my damn nerves, but I liked him.
Oh, okay.
I've
Okay.
heard y'all over the phone, and I'm like, are you sure that's how you would describe that you were fond of him?
I mean, any manager that like I have that I can literally go off on and know that it's gonna be just fine because this nigga done said some shit that he can't get take to HR either. Oh yeah, it's fine. He used to say
Oh,
like the most randomest shit. Oh, poor Scotty, he gotta deal with you like that. And I'm like, ooh, I know your wife is happy because your ass is up here 7 days a motherfucking week. And be like, "Ah, she is happy. I'll say, yeah. Yeah, because your ass is up here more than you over there. But anyway, but yeah. So that's it was just stuff
right,
like it would just be stuff like that. People be like, you did not tell him that. I said, I did, but he said this, so it's all good.
right.
We both gonna be going to HR, okay?
Both of y'all gonna have to just, yeah, let me turn the page real quick. And
Baby,
then,
look, on this day at this time, he responded this.
uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I know I had said this, but that was his response though.
But no,
You
it wouldn't
know?
be like where like you can't be cool with somebody at work till they
I,
break a rule
I'm
and
being,
you like,
I love
oh,
it.
okay. Like
Right, because
not a
you gotta
big
know what you're dealing
rule.
with, you
Yeah, not
know.
a big rule, but like but
You're right.
today,
There has to be a certain level, right, rule
no,
to
no, you
break.
got it's not
It
now.
can't
Now
be
it's
no
like you
piddly-o,
blatantly
you
doing,
know,
yeah, yeah. No,
everybody do
you
that
can't be
shit, whatever.
stealing
That's
nothing
not gonna
like
be
that. No, nothing unethical,
right.
whatever.
I'm being
But like them
Right.
little
no.
dumbass rules they be having because of dumbass people, and you be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. When they break them, you be like, okay, yeah, you on our
yeah,
side, you know. For
yeah.
now,
So I
you know,
mean,
because
so my new manager is a female, and I haven't had a female manager in I don't know since before I left, like for the last 4 years or whatever. Now the last
tell the
female
truth.
manager that
We be rooting for us, but tell the truth. Is she for us?
well, well,
Ah,
she not one of us.
yeah, that's a
So
question.
Uh-huh.
I was very like
Um,
skeptical because I was like, I knew her when she was in my position, so I was like, I knew of her when she was in my position, so I was like, oh, they promoted you,
Okay, okay. We love a woman that's worked up. Okay, yeah, go Mm-hmm.
but yeah, yeah. So today was the day where I was like, all right, I can fuck with her. Today was
Okay,
that day.
good.
Because that my headache that I be dealing with, I be talking about most of the time. I be like, "Ooh, y'all, some dirty motherfuckers for making me deal with this shit." Today she was like, she called me and was like, "Oh, she got me fucked up," and I was like, "Oh,
Go
okay."
on.
I
yeah, I
I
know.
I
Continue.
said, "Well, what
Continue, sis.
happened?"
I know,
Girl,
right?
yeah.
What happened?
Hit her
So
with
she
that
told
one,
me,
bitch.
girl, girl,
Yeah.
Bitch,
girl. When
what?
she said that, I said, "Ooh." Mm.
Mm.
Mm. But after that, I was like, okay, yeah, okay, I can fuck with you because before I was like, you was on the fence and I was on the other side. I'm just saying. But after that, I was like, okay, bitch, what you need?
Right, let them know.
Okay, gotcha,
Okay.
girl. Hey, ain't no
That's
Hmm.
too
problems with me.
funny.
Hey,
That
bestie.
is so
But yeah.
funny. Okay.
After that, I was like, oh, okay, well, we good now. But it's been like a 3 week. This is the fourth week transition or whatever. I was on vacation for one
Uh,
week, but the rest of the time it was straight hell. Just you trying to learn this manager, they're trying to learn you, whatever, and like there's like 12 departments, and my department is the only one that's functioning to where it needs to be functioning, fully staffed, people trained, blue, blue,
Go
blue.
off, Queen.
No, because
I thought,
they
oh,
pull
okay.
people from my department to help the rest of the people because they not staffed, people not trained, they behind, blah blah blah. And I'm like, that's fine, but I'm always gonna say, well, what have y'all done for me? Because y'all not gonna say I'm not a team player when y'all giving these people, But so that's what I've been like bogged down with that because at this point I'm like, take everybody, I don't give a fuck. I can run it myself. I don't give a shit.
If that's what they want to do, go right
No,
ahead,
fuck that.
Bookie.
Don't take my people. Don't take my people. I built
Baby,
these teams.
I
I
know.
built these teams
exactly.
up out of her.
Exactly. And they lead is trash. The people that I can't work with, or the people that can't really be
Yeah.
coached, that you kind of like,
You
oh,
can keep
okay,
them.
yeah.
You can keep that
Like,
one.
Yeah,
just,
that's what they do. And then they tell you, oh, coach, teach, and
girl.
train people, make it to where, oh, okay, yeah, whatever.
Mm-mm,
So everybody I coach, teach,
mm-mm.
and train, they pull. So I'm like, I know that that's supposed to be an honor to me because I'm doing great training my people, but also, fuck y'all. But anyway, man. So I'm gonna give No, for real. I'm gonna give my week a 2. I don't give a
Okay.
Okay.
fuck y'all's optimism at the 2.
I'm about to say your
So
week
call
sounded
it
really
2.
fun though. I would have given it another point because it was real fun.
I
I
broke
too.
two
Like,
nails today.
okay,
Ah,
okay, that's a
yeah.
down point. That's a
Look,
down
two
point. I got you.
nails today. Look, this
Hmm.
one.
I got you.
So yeah, no.
Oh, so you get nails added on?
No, I don't.
You get a full set? I'm talking about Jen. You get a full set?
Yeah. Well, my nails were they're this long actually, but with them breaking, they break it down to,
Mm,
you know, so
yeah.
now I have to get some more tips put on, but I'm gonna get my nails cut down. I'm gonna get them cut down, and it's gonna be fine. Oh, I forgot. Oh no, we talked about my trip to Mardi Gras. We did.
No, I
We
didn't. I
no
wasn't
we
on last week,
Oh, you
so
went on last week, so I
Mm,
was like,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, gotta watch the episode, man. We talked through it. Gotta tune in for that episode. It
I
dropped
was thinking about that too. I hate that I missed that, but okay. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
It just dropped on Tuesday. You're fine. But yeah,
Okay.
so that was my week. I'm gonna give it a 2, and I'm like, as long as the weeks are still positive, that is great. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to define positive because your positive is different from my positive.
I
I
think
mean,
are
it's
we
not
being
all
positive
negative.
numbers and not went negative? Like you didn't go
Yeah,
into
yeah,
a
yeah.
negative
So I mean,
number or
positive numbers.
something?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Daddy is out the hospital now, but
Oh, he was
he
in
in
the
rehab.
hospital? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My bad, girl. We probably would have told you
yeah. Let me give
Yeah.
you a
probably.
timeline to see how emotionally, mentally, this like the distraught we
You
have.
called it.
I have been. Let me get the timeline. Okay, so he go in the
Look,
hospital
I'm
on a
gonna tell you
Saturday.
something. I bet you, I bet you, I bet you if we get together and do a dump, I bet we all got some shit to unpack.
Girl, we're gonna have
Everybody
to
be
have a
crying
Bible
and
for
shit.
all of
Nah,
us.
fuck y'all.
Oh my God. Because
I
it
ain't
be
about time.
so much of the in between shit that you don't want to just talk about, but it's back there, but you don't forgot about it, but you still know it's there. Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, that shit did
I get
happen.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So all
That's
before
on me.
we went to
Mhm.
Louisiana, which had me thinking about canceling the trip. But all before we went to Louisiana, on a
Mhm.
Friday, no, on a Saturday, my dad went into the hospital. We didn't find out till Sunday because his wife
Okay. Big.
don't fuck with
Hmm.
us. Well,
Yeah.
don't
She don't
fuck with
fuck with
me.
You
you.
told me that.
Yeah, she'll fuck with me. Yeah, yeah. So
She called me to pass the message
she
on.
called her to pass the message along.
Uh,
By the time we get there, he's intubated, and they said he under twilight, but he was
He was at her.
out of there.
I say, I
So
don't
then
know
we
what
going to
y'all
see
think
him.
Twilight is.
No. Then we going to see him, and then they take the tubes out, and then they say he has like ICU mania, or the all the medicine in his system, whatever. So he up calling for his wife, talking just cash crazy to all the nurses or whatever. I'm at work,
They had
but
they had
again,
him strapped down, mitts
it's
and
in
stuff put on her.
Mansfield, so I'm like, okay, I can go, from work. So I'm like, okay, well, do you think that it will help if I go, to try and calm it down? I get there, that man does not acknowledge me, recognize me, nothing. So I'm like, oh, okay. So that was literally like, I went there once I realized what it was. I'm like, okay, I'm going back to work because I can't do nothing for y'all. It
Mm-hmm.
agitated him more, I feel like. The next day, they intubate him again, and then he's out for another 2 days.
Yeah.
Then he wake up again and he's non-responsive. Like he's no longer intubated, but he's not responsive. He don't
Right.
whatever they said. He having strokes and they
Seizures.
said he's having seizures in his sleep, and he only saying his name. That's it.
Mm.
The next day, which is the day before we're supposed to go out of town, Jessica goes by to talk to him, sit with him, because we still trying to, go and sit with him, whatever. And she was like, "Oh yeah, no, I had a good old conversation with Daddy." And I'm like, "Okay, bitch, you talking to yourself, just whatever." But
Right.
apparently, like his brain was dehydrated, so he was once they got the fluid levels right or whatever,
Yeah, because they
he
did
was
a
starting to,
full, like a big dialysis,
yeah.
dialyzed him, I think is what the lady has said. Y'all tell me if I'm saying it
so
wrong. But
what is he getting intubated for?
so
Uh,
this was weird because I only got this information when I was up there on Valentine's Day. Um and he was talking to his wife. So apparently he had her call the ambulance to get him to the hospital because he knew his blood pressure wasn't right. He had kept checking it, he kept checking it. But he had dialysis the day before. Because mind you, I'm like, okay, so he went into the hospital on they must have called on Friday night because she called me on Saturday saying
mhm.
he was in the hospital since last night. So he had dialysis on Thursday. So the next morning when he woke up and stuff, whatever, I guess, he kept checking, kept checking, kept checking. So ultimately, it's because his blood pressure, his heart is, real bad and stuff, whatever, So he was having issues regulating that. He was trying to bring it down. I think he was
Hmm.
trying to bring it down. Or he should have been trying to bring it. I don't remember which direction he was trying to bring it, but I know his medicine is supposed to help bring it. Is supposed to help bring it down. I think. So yeah. So if he and that's what he was saying a couple of days ago. If I had known, I would have tried taking one of my blood pressure medicine to kind of regulate it on his own and stuff, whatever. So I don't know why that would mean that he had to be intubated, but they were saying that sometimes, these toxins can build up, as you go through dialysis and stuff, whatever. It may not get all of it and stuff, whatever, toxins in the body can build up. And so they were saying that, in order to fix it, what they thought the issue was, they had him on 24/7 dialysis when he first got in there. And then after they kind of got him, to twilight and he wasn't so far deep in the woods,
What does Twilight mean? What does Twilight
well,
mean?
he's still under,
Light
but he's not a.
sedation.
Yeah, light sedation. Yeah,
I've never heard nobody say that. Oh, okay. Hmm.
yeah.
Girl.
So they tried that, and after they did a couple of rounds of the full dialysis and stuff, whatever, to really pull a
He was
lot of.
okay after that.
That's when he
So he
started getting
had so
better.
he had a lot of built up fluid. He just had excess fluid on him. And that probably caused his blood pressure to go up and they had to control everything, so they put him down. Okay.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
it's
when I
just
talked to
fact
him, he
of when
said,
you don't when you go in and see somebody and they don't recognize you or acknowledge you and you like, oh, okay. And then all he was
"Yeah,
saying was his name and I was like, oh, okay.
yeah, no, it was heartbreaking. It was
Yeah.
heartbreaking,
No,
and
yeah,
luckily the
it's
sitter
that
had called me because she couldn't get a hold of his wife and stuff, whatever.
His
So she
retired
had
wife,
called me.
they don't not answer the phone for the hospital.
that's just that ICU delirium. It's after they've been extubated, they have all those drugs in their system, and that shit
Yeah,
just goes
he said he was
right on their
actually
brain.
hallucinating. I talked to him a couple of days
Yeah,
ago when he got moved to the rehab facility, whatever, and he said he was hallucinating. He said that,
yeah,
it was like he was seeing stuff, whatever, and then he knew he had boxing gloves on. I mean, they put the mitts on him and stuff, whatever, and so he was trying to get him off with his teeth and stuff. He already don't like stuff on his hands anyway, but he was trying to use his teeth to get off, and so they said he was combative and stuff, whatever. So then they ended up strapping him down, and he was like. It was a thing, but yeah, yeah. So now he's out of it. It took him a couple of days to come through and start having conversations, but he was recalling and stuff, whatever. Upset that he missed the Super Bowl on the day of, whatever stuff though. So I mean, he is definitely
oh,
much better, but it was
yeah,
scary, girl. It was scary.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So a two sounds good, right? That's positive.
But that was a couple weeks ago. This last week, you saw him in the rehab facility. He was, up. He was talking about how he has to go through his test in the morning. He was bothering me about some Cheetos, like, So I would say that it was a positive, now
Positive
turn of
two.
events. Yeah,
Positive two.
Is he back to his normal
Yes and
yeah.
no.
He's
He's
still
still in
weak.
rehab right now. He can't
Yeah,
drive and all that great stuff, but yeah.
yeah. He's still
but
weak.
he
So
was
when
driving
I got
before the
there.
hospital this past time?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when I got there, he was able to feed himself, and he was sitting up and watching his little show on his laptop because the TV didn't give him the channel that he wanted and stuff, whatever. But he still, stayed in the bed and stuff, whatever. But he's just weak. That's about it.
Yeah, yeah. Being like that, being on those ventilators like that, that's what they do. They'll just make the patients weak. You just got to get up, and move around. They'll be fine. And the older you get, like, and that's what I realized too. Like after having the flu this go around, the older you get, man, say these illnesses will take you down more and more. My God.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
can just imagine. I can just imagine him being, that age. You gotta, yeah,
yeah. So
it's crazy.
other than that,
I'm sorry though.
well, I mean, at this point, I guess we of that age where your parents get sick or you gotta kind of beat. Have you seen the TikToks where they were like, you read your parents' lab results like they read your report card? Like, how
I
you
think
feeling
that
That
is
is
at
our
age
too
one
mama.
sick?
hilarious.
Yeah. I was like, oh,
Look,
I
I can't
sent
say
for the
shit about the
Dr. Lion,
A1C.
huh? Okay.
I
Baby,
sent
it
that shit
had
to her
me
because
laughing.
she'll screenshot and shit and she'll send it to me and I'll be like, so yeah, look, I'm looking at it like this. So yeah,
Yes.
look, I
Yep.
gotta put my glasses up and shit, but nah, yeah, I
Hmm.
do.
Hmm.
Can't do
Yes,
that.
I mean, I guess we reached that age, but yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that point to for me, like, I don't know if y'all really realize, like, my face started discoloring, like, on my forehead. Like, after I had Lily, I started getting discoloration marks. And so I went to the doctor about it, and she was like, oh, it's just hormone. The older you get, your skin changes and all of that. And so I just started realizing, like, damn, like, shit, when I was younger, like, I ain't have to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta
Look, you just wake up
wash
and
my
go.
face and I gotta put some moisturizer on my skin. My skin be dry. I was like, Lord, okay. It is what it is, I guess. So now I see why it took mama like an hour to get ready in the morning time. But yeah.
I mean, see, now I always took some
So
time to get ready, though, and I guess it's just
I never
because
have.
I've been a bigger girl. I never wanted to smell. I always wanted to make sure my skin was moisturized and stuff, whatever. So I always took some time to get ready.
I have never until probably last year sometime I started taking care of my skin. I started taking time. I started putting lotion on like I'm supposed to. Girl, I'm the person that get out the
You
shower, hop
started
in the
putting
clothes
lotion on?
on,
Oh,
go
come on. I
out,
can't be the
gone.
only
I
one.
just no, I mean I put lotion on, but like being religious, like I like how I am now, like going to the store
Every
feeling like,
single
oh, I
time
gotta
you
buy
get out
me
that
some
water.
lotion. Like, nah, girl.
Look, I
If
got
I'm putting
different
a pants
lotions or
on,
different
I don't know.
moisturizing
Maybe
situation.
maybe I'm putting lotion under my pants. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. That's how it was back then. Now it's different.
You about to
Now
say,
I
I
need
hope
some
you
smell good
cupping your feet
lotion.
every
You
time
know.
too, like getting that dead skin off and stuff, whatever. Putting some oil on there, some Vaseline on there if you're gonna put your socks on.
Yeah, I do that. I got the little socks with the little protecting heel in it, the moisturizing heel. Y'all know about those? It has the
Okay.
moisturizing gel heels. They're like half
Mm,
socks. They got
Okay.
full socks too, but I don't need my toes being sweaty because F that.
no. Yeah,
I
no.
So
can't I can't
no,
wear socks to
it's just
bed.
for the heel. No, it's just for the heel. And your toes are
Yeah.
free because I don't like wearing socks to bed either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could probably deal with something like that. I could probably deal with something
Yeah.
like
We
that.
Yeah,
older. We gotta,
not the whole sock.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah, we
need y'all
gotta
to
like
stop talking
temper
like we already
ourselves.
over the hill. We are
I'm not
not
talking about
yet.
we over the hill, baby.
We
We are
over the
not
Baby.
yet
hill,
there.
but
I'm just saying the skin
we
gotta stay
gotta,
glowing is all I'm saying. Get into it, get a little
twinkle,
shine
twinkle.
going on, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
because you know what they say, we don't crack and we gotta fix it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That
I mean,
aloe and
okay.
almond oil, vitamin E.
Yeah. Talking about buying L'Oreal face cream like 5K for, I'm like, just to
I never
moisturize my
did get
skin.
L'Oreal.
So I just bought some L'Oreal. I don't know. I think I had went to TJ Maxx or Marshalls or one of those, and I bought some like little 4K cream. And they come so little because all you need is a dab to put on your face. I ran
Mm-hmm.
out of that, and so I started using like some Dove moisturizer for your body and face. Girl, this shit broke all this out right here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so I said,
Nope.
damn it,
Yep.
now I gotta find
That's the
something
one thing
else.
that I
So,
haven't found that has been
yep,
like perfect. Like I
yeah.
haven't found either a good face wash or a good moisturizer. Like the problem I have is down here it's dry, but down here and up it be oily if I put anything on there.
That's that
So I'm
Yep,
like,
combination,
that's the
okay,
yeah.
so
reason
I find
why.
myself only moisturizing the bottom half of my face just to.
Uh,
But still, yeah.
so okay, so this was my remedy because the T zone is always oily, right? The T zone is
Mm-hmm.
always oily.
Yes.
So my remedy to that, which probably is kind of not a remedy, but I stopped oiling my scalp because every time I oil my scalp, it ran to my face and it runs down.
You
That's
know
the reason why
what?
I stopped oiling my scalp. And I started just spraying water on my hair, and that's it. And like water and oil, shake it up before you
Okay.
spray it, and then spray it in your hair. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting the full effects of oil or water mixtured in there. So I started
But see,
doing
my
that
thing
because
is
that
that's
shit
more
was
for the
my
locks and
face.
stuff, whatever. But like I'm doing a twist up right now, so a lot of my scalp is
But if you put
exposed.
oil on your scalp, if you put oil on your scalp or grease, it's gonna run to your face.
Yeah.
Okay,
So just
okay.
know that because believe me, I've had an oily T-zone my whole life, and then I stopped oiling my scalp, and my T-zone stopped. I stopped. It stopped. So then
Mm-hmm.
I started using like the little white cream, the little white moisturizing cream, and that works fine for me.
Mm-hmm.
Or I use coconut oil. Coconut oil is not too greasy like Vaseline, and it keeps your skin like moisturized. It's not just oily, but it's like just right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. So I got a question. Is it better to be right or win the argument?
Both of them.
I mean, yes, I want you to understand that I'm right in this argument and do what I said. But realistically, is it better to be right or just to win the argument?
It depends on the person and situation. Because
What do
I've
you
had it,
mean?
but no, it depends because so circling back to work, which is why that shit's a fucking two. Um, at my job, some paperwork didn't get processed like it was supposed to get processed. I did
Okay.
my job,
Mm-hmm.
solely fell on somebody else.
Okay.
The issue being that person works with me, and it's above me, and that
Okay.
person did not fix the situation.
Okay.
So then the person is upset, and then of course my new manager is here, and she's like, "Oh, well, we should have done this, taken care of this before we did that." And I'm like, "I did." So I'm already on the defense. I call everybody because apparently the way Outlook works for us, it deletes after 30 days. I submitted
mm,
paperwork in over 30 days ago. Okay. So I was like, oh, well, can you resend the email? No, everything got deleted. I don't have it. I don't
Oh,
have
y'all
it.
have a 30-day time. We have a year on ours, but I see what you're
No.
saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm calling because I CC everybody because I cover my ass.
Oh, so
So
you were
I'm
trying to
every
hit both points. You were trying to be right and win that argument. Like, not only did I do what I was supposed to do, but you're gonna
but I
admit
got proof.
it.
well, I mean, a lot of
Okay.
times I have to push that I'm right, and then it starts to become an argument because they automatically want to put me as at fault. So I'm on defense. So
Hmm.
what I'm gonna do is get my facts and everything. And you know what you don't do to somebody when they calm? Tell them to calm down.
Yep.
Baby.
Oh,
Baby,
when
I
they
will be
not
on a
come, yeah,
2, suddenly I'm on an 8. The fuck you
yeah.
mean calm down? I was calm. Past 10. Yeah.
Was I was like, no, no. That's
Yeah.
how it was.
You missed
Because
it. You
matter of fact,
blinked and you missed it. Now we're here.
I'm still calm about the situation. But the fact of the matter being, I'm arguing my case, and the reason why she was like, calm down is because I'm like, I sent the email, so I know I'm writing what I did. And now I'm prepared to argue with you because you automatically will, maybe you're at fault. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go. Ding, ding, bitch. I got all the receipts, okay? Except for the actual smoking
Tag
Okay.
gun.
me in, she said.
But that's what I'm saying. So I'm arguing with her. I'm right.
Okay. Okay. So
I'm
that's the one
arguing with her.
situation. What's
That's
the other
what
situation?
worked.
Because you said it depends. So what's the other situation?
So, um, with our spouse. So if you right, but you don't want to start no argument, one thing it was. Have y'all heard of the rule of threes? 3 months, 3 years, 3 minutes, or whatever. So no, okay. So basically, it's making you stop and take a second and think about it. Will this situation affect you in 3 minutes? Like how will this affect you in 3 minutes, 3 months, 3 years? That
Oh, okay.
determines how like if you should argue about it. If it's not gonna matter in like 3 months and you're gonna be with this person in 3 months or at work for 3 months or whatever, is it really worth it to have it? If it's some like off like stranger or whatever, and you don't know them, they don't know you, by all means, ding ding. But when it comes to like your
I'm
spouse,
loving this ding ding.
girl, girl, because we in my group chat at work, they'd be like, okay, round one goes to this person, or round two, this person or this person. We be really like, because whenever you are,
hmm
because we stay
Just
arguing
holding up
at
the
the
card that I
job.
walked through.
So,
Okay. Okay,
but
so I
yeah,
can understand that. At work, not only do you need to, because that is true, because that's often a it'll ding your character or your work ethic. Not only am
mhm.
I right, but here's how I can prove that shit. Okay,
Yeah.
so I get that. But then with
But
your
is
spouse,
it but is it worth it though? That's the thing that you have to that's I guess what we're arguing. Is it
yeah.
worth it
Yeah.
to be right all the way around or
So
to win the argument?
so with your spouse, like Jennifer was saying, with your spouse, it's not worth it to be right. It's like what you just said, because I just started practicing that rule. Like, get over that shit. Like, it's okay. Like, that's going to ruin your whole day if you sit up there and
Hmm.
you harp on it. Because let's just say, for instance, John Lee was is closing the side of the damn laundry basket all the damn time.
Next to the
Drives me
laundry
up the
basket.
fucking wall. Right next to it. Right next to it. So, Bianca, you've been doing this for a long time. Is it worth arguing over right now at this moment? And you're still right there with him? Hmm? What you want? So I opted to just start saying, okay, and I'm fine. It's
So
been so much. It's been so much that I've just been like, okay, and it gets taken care of. So
now my
I've just started
non,
being like
you
Do
that.
you
know,
say something to him to get it moved, or do you just go ahead and take care of it? That's the thing. Because
No,
that's
I
also a
don't.
thing.
or there's a third option.
No, no.
There's a third
So what I
option.
will do, I don't say anything. I just look at it. I don't say anything. And so
Okay, then there's a
I
fourth option because I wasn't considering that one.
Okay.
no, no, I've gotten to, and uh, no, it's a statement behind that. But no, I just look at it and I don't do anything about it. I just
Okay.
leave the shit right there.
Now I got
I
another
just don't
statement
bother with
because
it.
in my head
Yeah,
I'm the
Because you
one
okay,
got to
petty.
because
remember,
my
my
statement be like,
closet.
so they gonna magically hop in the basket because you didn't put it in there. I'm not putting it in there, but somehow it's gonna
Look,
get put in
So,
my
so
statement is this.
okay.
Okay, so if it's not in the basket, it's not going to make it into the washing machine. I
there.
will
Yeah,
have
yeah, no
clothes
draws,
next week. Will
no
you?
draws.
Well,
That's
guess
on you.
what? Guess what? Guess what? I've been doing that also. I just leave it sitting there. Like
Yeah.
I literally don't fucking bother it.
I don't say
Like I
anything.
don't. And guess what? It's just certain shit that I started saying, well, you know what? Reciprocate it and leave it the fuck alone. But I mean, and it doesn't hold any hostility in my heart. So it's just like not even, it's just
Yeah.
like to what extent do you just sit up here and say, you know what, I'd rather be right? Yeah, I know I'm right. Because why would you leave the clothes on the side? I know
hmm
I'm right, right? But I can't sit up here and argue this with a person because they don't fucking.
You know what? I will say
I'm
that I
just
I heard
saying.
just today,
Just
actually,
saying.
that somebody said the truth rarely need proof. It rarely need persuasion, right? So I told you, you need to put your clothes in that basket, sir. And we're gonna use that just because that's the first example that we
You
came
don't
across.
have to say it. You see it on the floor.
You
But
I mean,
I'm
I'm
just
sorry. I'm
saying.
sorry. I'm sorry.
But
you
I'm
I'm
sorry.
just
see it.
saying because
You
sometimes they eyes,
see it.
sometimes, you
No,
know. But
But you
no.
know what?
Ooh.
You know what I start realizing? You know, I start realizing. I'm sorry to cut you off real quick. I start realizing that it's not just him. The
Oh,
kids is the
oh yeah.
same
Oh yeah.
goddamn way.
they
Your
inherited it. They
your
inherited
seat, your
it.
It
spine.
came
He
from
got
their
her eyes, and
daddy.
I'm like, oh,
Yes,
but neither one of y'all got
yes.
working eyeball.
I
Neither one of
look.
you. Just walking
So
through the
I'm the
room
only
looking for
one
something like
that in
this.
my house.
I'm like, you don't see, and I just be looking because I can see it from where I'm sitting, and I'm just like, oh, it's on the table. Where
I'm the
on
only
the
one.
table?
It's like You are the
The
only
table ain't
one
that
that is
big.
sane inside of your house. You're the only one crazy inside of your house. I
You're
just been over
yeah,
there.
you're crazy. They gaslighting you. They
You're
They
crazy.
gaslighting
really
you.
are.
Yeah.
They really
They
are.
gaslighting you.
And then
That's
so
what that
then of
is.
course, you say it's on the table, they say where? And then of course you turn around and look like I know I and then so you be like, okay, look, it's on the table. The table is not that goddamn big. It's on. Do you know what you're looking for? Are you sure? You know what? I've done this. Describe what you're looking for again. I just want to make sure we're looking for the same thing. Go ahead and tell me. Okay, yeah, I saw it on the table. Go ahead and give it another look. And then of course I see him in the kitchen just looking at the table is in front. He looking at the table like this. And I'm like,
Oh,
it
he's
ain't
blind. He's blind, blind. Okay.
No, I gotta
Okay.
tell y'all what
man.
Dallas did.
I'm taking you
I
to the
gotta tell
optometrist.
y'all
That's what I'm gonna do because
Okay.
what
clearly
Call the people.
what Dallas did. What Dallas did yesterday, y'all, is I said because everybody got chores, okay? Everybody got chores. I don't care how small, how big it is. Dallas will clean the table up every once in a while or whatever. Anyway, so I said, Dallas, make sure you clean the table off. Yeah, let me tell y'all what fucking did. He put okay because it was ketchup, mustard. It was some more stuff on the table. He took everything off the table and put it on the bench that we have and just set it right there. He took it off the table,
Come
but
here.
didn't
Come
put it
here. Come
where it
here.
was supposed to go. I said, you know what? I'm so
Baby.
sick. I
Nope.
said, if you don't bring your ass back down here
And went to sleep like he
and
did when he
put this
passed.
shit.
Is the table clean?
So guess what? They don't be worried about it. Guess what else gonna worry about it? Because guess who's gonna clean it up and I'm not. Like I told him my car, I said, y'all
Peanut.
motherfuckers gonna clean this car out. You gonna clean it out, damn it. You on mute, Jessica. We can't hear you.
oh my bad. And I was just saying like nothing will make you stop and question what did I say because I'm not understanding how you arrived at this point. And then you think about it in the most literal sense of the word. You said clean off the
Yep.
table. You didn't say put the stuff away where you know that it goes, where you got it from in the first place. But you just said clean off the table, and that's what they did.
Yep. That's
Girl,
literally.
mine will
No,
clean
I
the
got I
table
got
off, but won't get the rice off the table. You see the food particles on the table? Oh, the
And
contain
feel it.
the yeah, that'll be off, but the food particles will still be on there.
And then they'll
Oh.
dust it off of their arm when they put it. I
And then
mean,
don't want to sweep.
when everything is split. Don't wanna do nothing. I would
Don't want to
me
sweep.
and
my
John
my
always
my sock is wet.
me and John tell these kids all the time, we would have got choke slammed or something right
For
about
they
now.
don't appreciate shit.
We're not killing you right now. We're not choking you out right now. Like I know to do. You know what I'm saying? But
Right,
you don't appreciate that shit.
right. It only
So
take
yeah.
what 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't take
Do
I
you
got
know
long.
how many
one.
times we got popped in our mouth for saying something smart and y'all want to act like y'all don't see this shit on the fucking table? What table? We ain't got but one. Hell.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
oh.
yes. And you know it's a trigger for you, but also at the same time, I know you fucking see that. I know you see
Yeah.
it.
Your
Yeah.
own kids
Yeah.
gaslight
Yeah.
you. Your own kids.
Yeah. They
Who?
do. They do. I got one that tells me, and I'll be like, so why you didn't clean the kitchen last night? Because you told me to clean the kitchen. You didn't tell me to wash the dishes.
Is that not included? Is that not in?
Oh,
Where are the dishes
oh,
located? Yeah,
oh.
I
they.
had to tell him. I said, I'm gonna tell you something right now. This is gonna be the last motherfucking time I tell you this. Cleaning kitchen and washing dishes are fucking interchangeable. Okay? If I say
It's
clean the kitchen,
inclusive.
I mean do all of it. Yeah, you
If
gotta
it's
be
in the kitchen, you clean it.
Whew.
That'll get me hot. That'll get me
Y'all.
hot. Especially a kitchen. That'll get me hot.
No,
That'll get
What?
me
that's
hot.
like
I'm not
my
even expect.
son.
I'm not trying to break down clean versus sanitize. I just need you to clean it. I'll sanitize
That
it.
part, that part. Jackson, do dishes. Do you know he will leave all like the food particles in the sink? Don't try and put it down in the disposable, rinse it out, nothing. I did the dishes, but the sink is dirty as fuck. I'm like, okay,
But
Uh-huh.
I can't even say
okay.
it's us. I just feel like their common sense is not even there. because it's
Yeah,
like
it ain't. It
it's
can't
just
be
like the
developed.
common sense is not there.
Nah.
Like, bitch,
You try
like
to work on
you.
critical thinking, and you be like, okay, so I'm supposed to see a clean sink, right? Okay, yeah, and I don't see any dishes, but is the sink clean? And
Okay,
then
so
they say,
then,
well, no, it ain't no dishes, but is the sink clean?
and it's
There's no
not,
dishes. I put all
and
the
it's
dishes in, and I
not.
put it, but is the sink clean?
Bitch, my kids
Right.
will clean the dishes off the sink, and then there's a bowl on the counter right next to the sink, and they'll leave that shit sitting fucking right there.
But the sink is clean.
Mine too. Mine too.
The sink is clean.
Mine too.
Okay, so in the instance with your kids, is it right? Is it better to be right or to win the argument?
I think it's
Because
both with kids.
let's not play. We be arguing with these kids,
We
and
do.
all
Yeah.
parents, and we not always right. Because I've had to apologize a couple of times to my kids. Like, I'm sorry,
I have too.
mommy
Same.
was irritated, and I'd be like, but what you did didn't help.
Now
But I
you
was
can't
already
do the but.
irritated. But I was already irritated. So I'm sorry that
That you fuck no, you can't do that.
I'm sorry that you no I was but I'm sorry hey mama sorry let me take a nap. You know what, I was probably
You know what? I'm
hungry
gonna be
at the
back.
time. You know what I'm saying? So with your kids, I don't feel like, you know, because I've
That's funny.
apologized, I know that we're not always right. So when it comes to winning the argument with your kid, which I'm winning the argument because y'all's insults are dumb. Like, have you heard?
I know.
Well, you okay? You too young for this, but when you hear your kids start like trying to hot side on other kids, you be like,
You're
"Baby,
right. I wouldn't have
you
chosen
missed
that.
an opportunity. You could have said this. You know,
Yeah, I know,
that's
right?
where I
You
be
trying to
coming from.
coach
I'm
him
like,
up?
you see, like,
That's because our parents were bullies that we learned from the OGs.
well, I mean, okay, so no, hold on, because I'm very much person. I did not high side or nothing like that because I'm sensitive. So if you hurt my feelings and we got to fight, it ain't no you know, we gonna be cool 5 minutes later. So I never played those games. But nowadays kids be like, oh, well, they told me
Nah, they be going for the
oh,
jugular.
they be like,
Nah, they be going for the jugular. I heard
right. So
some of
I'm
the stuff
like,
that she be saying about them, and I'd be like, mm, I would have picked you up from the principal's office. Is all I'm saying. You know, I'm not
no.
condoning, but I'm just saying if you had
Amy
needed
would
a
pick you up from principal office because mama's not going to because again, that whole rhetoric of if they, you know, if they hit you, hit them first, hit them back or whatever, it's kind of outdated. And I had to
mm,
revise it. I had to revise it for my child because I was like, hey, imminent danger is what I had to revise it to. I'm like, hey, if you hit this person, which what that's what scared me when I was like with me. If I'm fighting, I don't know how to stop. So I'm like, if you hit this person and you pause and you're like, oh, they on the ground, you good? Stop. At that point, you're collecting charges. So that's what I have to make sure I let my kids know. I mean,
okay, two things. The first one, I'm gonna address the last thing you just said about the if they hit you, you know, don't hit them back, go tell the teacher and stuff, whatever. That sounds good in theory. However, as these kids get older, I feel like if you let this 12-year-old, 13-year-old hit you and you just go tell the teacher now, I'm not saying they hit you the first time and stuff, whatever, you know, assess the situation. But every time they hit you, you gonna have a very eventful school year is what I'm gonna say. Um and I feel like sometime after you have, because here's the thing, after you've gone through all the steps, you told the teacher, you told that kid to stop, you told the teacher has, you know, reprimanded that kid and stuff, whatever. After that point, obviously these conversations are not working. So at this point, you have to stand your physical boundary. You tried verbally to hold your boundary. After that point, you can hold your physical boundary and you will be just fine within your rights. Because at that point, just like an adult, you've told them 3 times, don't touch me. I don't want to fight you. Please back up. You're in my space. I feel threatened. After that point, an adult can actually swing on you and not catch charges. Why don't we teach that to the kids?
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's the first instance that I was talking of. Now, if
Oh,
it's
okay, okay,
got the
that's
three
different. That's different.
instances, then yeah, like
Let me go to
if
that.
it's gotten to all of that,
Right.
I
That's all I'm saying.
mean,
It's step. It's level. Okay, and
well,
then the
yeah, no,
second one.
that's the first instance. Yeah, uh-huh.
And then the second one, I'm actually gonna go back to the question: is it right to be right or win the argument with your kid? I feel like if I were in my sane mind, it would be more important to be right and not necessarily win the argument because we're supposed to be on the high ground. We're not supposed to go down to the argument, whatever. But also, my ego says that I have to win that argument because I'm not about to be, outwitted by my progeny. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but
With
that's
your
just the
kid,
ego. Yeah, yeah.
you cannot have a high side lesson with session with your kid. It don't work
I
like
didn't
that.
say that though. I didn't say that. I said if I'm in my right mind, I won't have that. But if I'm in my emotional, egotistical mind, oh, I'm gonna get a couple of jabs in. Like you may not even hear them, but I'm gonna hear them, and I'll be like, and then cause the win, and that's the same way in the an adult relationship too with your spouse and stuff, whatever. Sometimes you just need to make your point, and then at that point, you're done with the argument. I'm not gonna argue with
Yeah.
you. I just
That's
needed to,
true.
whatever. But sometimes that ego will get in there. Oh no 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 no! No. We're not
That
finna end
is
the argument
true.
there. You're not finna slam the door and think you won this.
That is true
Mm
because
That's when that rule of three.
sometimes
hmm.
when I know, but this is sometimes, yeah, I'm trying to work on it because I am day to day with this
You try to
child
work on it,
because
right?
The Lord is
I'm
Right.
yet
working on it
working.
because,
Okay.
and I mean, knowing that I know how to hit way below the belt, and Jonathan does not hit below the belt. He will not hit below the
He
belt.
chooses not to
He
hit below the belt.
will.
He
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 chooses not
chooses.
chooses
to.
not to hit below the belt at all. He chooses not to do that, and I choose to completely do that. And so I'm
Yeah.
learning. It's not
Not her
Oh,
that
acting
shit.
scandalized.
It's me. It's not him.
she
Like when
said
I
it's
tell you, I
me.
know it's me. So again, that's why I be like, I'm gonna have to shut up sometime because that's just who I am. It was bred in me to be like that, and
Yeah.
so I have to learn. And that's what I'm learning now. Bitch, this shit ain't even that serious. Go play the fuck down.
Yeah.
Like
Because I will say,
just
sometimes
certain
you
things,
do.
you.
I feel like
You
sometimes
want to
in
win a
chasing
battle.
that
You
win,
want to win a battle, but it's not worth it. And that's what I was saying about Jennifer when she was saying that earlier. Sometimes it's not worth it. Like, and you have to realize that's what they say when you're married about picking and choosing your battles because you're still gonna be with this person. You can't be hurting their feelings. You can't be doing this little bullshit, this little petty
I mean, you
bullshit again.
can, you
And
shouldn't,
so you
but you can.
can. Hold on, you can. But
It,
The
at this
threes, the rule of
age,
threes. Okay.
at this big age, I'm trying to choose not to do that because I'm like, you
mm,
know what? It ain't even worth it. So
yeah,
let
and
me
I do
just
feel
go
like
ahead and choose
sometimes
the
you
lower route.
do lose
Whatever.
credibility in chasing that win on the argument. You might have been
Yeah,
right and
you
proved your
do.
point and stuff,
It's
whatever.
not
And if
even worth
sometimes if you'd
it.
just let it right there and let it sink in and ruminate, you might have actually won in the long run. But because you kept going
Yeah,
and stuff, whatever, the point is gone. The point of
I
what are you even
yeah.
arguing about is gone.
It is. The
but
point is
sometimes
gone and the
they too
damage is done.
stupid to understand they've lost the argument and you
True.
are actually
And
right.
I'm not
But
gonna
then it
disagree
make
with
you
what you
look
just said
crazy.
either. But
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta let them look crazy. By them making you by it being like that, you gotta sit back and be like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna still go ahead and see what you gotta do, and just let them look crazy on the back
Let them
end. So
learn. Let them
Okay,
learn. And that's
so
another
it's
thing.
kind of that. It's kind of a
at
learning
our
lesson too. You gotta
ages,
let them
now we
learn.
are saying it is better to be right than to win the argument.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
But
I mean,
Yep.
do you want to
in
win the
our
argument or you want to
20s,
teach?
in I'm not a teacher. I don't
Because
like kids.
at this age, ain't nobody teaching no motherfucking body. You
I didn't
got
sign
it
up for
or you
that.
don't, and that's it. So
Right? But yeah, so that's the situation where every time, a lot of times we're on defense. So we be arguing, and then we've already won as far as we right, but because the other person is, I'm not gonna say dense, but because they don't understand yet
Yes.
where what I mean, they don't understand it yet. We be trying to explain, and it come across as us beating these people up, or being overly aggressive, or whatever the case may be. And then at that point, you lose ground as far as, yes, you're right, but now it's not about you being right. It's about the argument and how you're arguing. So
Right.
it's not what you say, it's how you said it. Oh, I hate that shit.
Oh, I
I
hate
fucking
that.
hate that shit.
I hated that. I hated that. Okay, well, because
It's
and that's
not
not
that.
fair.
It's
I
just
think
how you
because
said
when you
it.
Do y'all
work,
really hate that? Because I feel like it is kind of how you say it. Like, I do feel like it is how you say it. Like, I could say a lot of things to John, but if I said them differently, and I know this because I know how I am, and I know how my facial expressions are, and I know how condescending I can be.
Mhm.
So I know if I would have said it a different way, it may not would have went over that way. I mean, when you really think about the term, it's not what you said, it's how you said it. You could be like, bitch, fuck you. And you'd be like, well, hold up, those are fighting words. And you'd be like, bitch, fuck you, whatever. And
I
then he'll be
mean,
like, bitch,
that's a
whatever.
tone.
You know what I'm saying?
but I
So
also
it's
think
kind
I'm
of
tired of being
like
tone
how you
policed,
said
okay?
it.
yeah, but there's also context behind that though. There's also like if I'm walking into a room and I say something stuff whatever, kind of bland and stuff whatever, but that is not for you.
Uh,
Maybe I'm tired. It's 6 o'clock on a Wednesday. I'm tired. Work is kicking my ass.
so
Chill out. How about you handle
yeah.
whatever you got going instead of just trying to argue with me? I shouldn't have to
So I
explain to
get
you that I'm
it.
just coming in. I don't have the energy to perk it up.
I get that because I'm that way also. I
So
think
you just
I
all over the
I
place.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay, yeah. BJ has all of the emotions,
This
okay?
this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say you have to regulate that between your spouse and your work. That's what I'm saying. It's not the same. You cannot you y'all know what I'm saying. It's a
Yeah, but you
regulation
treat them
between spouse and
differently.
work.
In 3 years, you might be in a new job, new
But
position.
exactly,
You're planning on being with this partner
exactly.
for 3 years. The issue I have is, and I don't know if y'all have it, but have y'all ever been cast as the angry black woman, or people have made you upset on purpose to try and see your reaction? Like, why you mad?
Why you mad? Yeah, to antagonize you
Why you mad?
until they get
I
that
be
rise that they were looking
I
for.
be dead ass right, and 100% my other counterparts, if they express themselves the way I expressed myself, it would have been fine. But because of who I am, I'm wrong, or I'm that angry black woman. And I was like, y'all don't get to cast me as that no more. I don't care. I don't care to win any more arguments. I know that I am right at work. We not even arguing. I know that I am right. If you don't know that I'm right, I'll give you a point. If you don't get it at that point, we are not arguing. I'm not going to win the argument because you are too dense to get it.
I love flipping it on them at work. If I know I'm right and stuff, whatever, always ask them what makes you believe otherwise. No heat or nothing, whatever. But when you ask that question, oh, what makes you believe otherwise? Now they
BJ,
got to
give
answer
say
for
the
it.
same exact thing, but give it in a different tone and be like, it's not what you said, it's how you said it. BJ, give it what
That's
makes you
why
believe
you.
otherwise. And no, Dustin, because you give that corporate whatever. BJ, what
Yeah, because
say
I'm
what
sitting up
makes
here
you
thinking
believe
about
otherwise. Say what makes you believe otherwise to somebody that's arguing with you about whatever. Go ahead, say it, BJ. Let me hear it. Cause let me hear your tone. Let me hear your tone. Let me hear your tone, BJ. Let's go. What's say?
my tone of what? Because I mean, you gotta realize I'm very open minded. I don't get questioned about a lot of shit at work. I don't get questioned period at work. So I can't relate to that, but I'm saying strictly when it comes to like relationship and being out there in the real world is just different. That's all I'm saying. And believe me, do y'all know who I'm married to? I'm
Yeah.
married to a hood nigga. Like Bitch, I've grown up. So
Yeah,
believe me, I done
I
been
could
through
never.
all the fucking emotions. I've been through all the fucking emotions that you fucking been through, okay? Plus more. So believe me, you ain't gotta question my accountability. I'm right there. I'm just saying, you gotta grow up.
Okay,
So
okay.
that's a
And I don't
maturity
need
thing
question that.
then.
And it is. But I'm just telling you, and I'm medicated too, so it is what it is.
I mean,
Because I probably would have
I
said
got to
some
get back
stuff
on my
too.
because
So
my biggest thing is like, well, what makes you believe otherwise?
you gotta not be combative. Like fuck it. Like who gives a
Why
fuck?
am I combative when I'm asking a question that I mean, which is what
It's the way. It's the tone. It's the
which is
tone.
why.
It's the
How is
tone.
It's
that
You
hard.
have to
combative?
realize.
It's
Girl,
hard.
look,
You can say,
if you're talking to
so
me,
what makes you believe
but you
otherwise? I'm like,
say,
what makes you believe
okay,
otherwise? Then I'm wrong.
but you say that Jessica's tone is so like, oh my gosh, she's so corporate. But that's the tone right there.
So
That's the
when
tone.
I
I'm
say
just
what
saying.
makes you believe
But hold
otherwise,
on. But
just
hold
like
up.
that,
And
I'm
I'm
wrong.
gonna also say
Yes.
this.
Yes,
No,
because
I'm
now
gonna
you're
also
attacking, you're meeting them at that
It's the
level. When
same
you remove
fucking
all the emotion and
words.
stuff, whatever, when you stay neutral, they have no choice, but they either have to prove why they think
I'm
you're
gonna
wrong,
tell you
or they gotta admit
something.
they were assholes.
You don't understand. Girl, I work with some people and I've had to learn some shit. Do you understand me? Because this is not the same Bianca you would have met last year. Okay. And when I tell you I got a friend that is up there with them, and she just be like, everything she does, you know how when somebody pisses you off, your facial expression goes like, bitch, you like
Yep.
bitch? Like
I
what?
had to learn
She
that.
has told
That's
me,
the
she has said, friend, correct your fucking face.
Yep.
She has told me this. So
my
you
face
think that
ain't
I'm just
said
like
shit.
this?
Fuck you.
No, my face say every goddamn thing. So when
Yeah.
I tell you literally, I've had to learn every fucking
It'd be the eyes for
thing.
me, like,
I I'm from Oak Cliff. What are you talking about? We still ready to fight anybody on site. What are you talking about? But no, I've had to learn how to calm the fuck down, bitch. You can't act like that, bitch. You gotta grow up, bitch. You gotta do this. No. So this right here has come with time. And I have learned lessons. Been to HR over when I tell you, remember that girl I was telling y'all about that I had to write her up because
Mm-hmm.
she all that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, when I tell you in that moment, the HR, when she left out, HR said, bitch, you was about to get in her shit. Are you okay? I need you to calm down. I was like, look, I'm trying to. When I tell you I have to learn this shit, it ain't. This is not the Bianca again because I'm from Layla Davis. I'm not no pussy ass bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Like
hmm
I can take it there, but I have to not take it
But say
there. I
I can
have to
take
be
it there, but then we be
this
looking for a job. I
Bianca.
ain't got time. I ain't
Right.
If
got
I need
time.
my
Okay.
job, my
Okay.
income, my flexibility, I need all this shit. Shit, I
Okay,
need it.
so in conclusion,
But no,
what we not about to do is confusing being loud with being correct, okay? Because again, you can win an argument.
Nobody said that. That's called passionate.
Okay,
That's called passionate.
hey, I've
okay,
called it passionate. I say that it is passionate to an
okay,
extent.
okay,
It's
okay. All
passion.
right, you know what? I'm gonna say this. You can win the argument. You can gather the witnesses. You can talk over me. You can get everybody over here to clap on your side, okay? But you still gonna be wrong, okay? I I don't need to win an argument. I don't need to win an argument. But I do need receipts, okay? So you know what I'm saying? Like if that's how you want to play it, because the truth is always gonna come out. Is all I'm saying. Okay, so all right, y'all.
Question, real, just what? Question, real quick.
Yes.
So, were you thinking that I meant by winning the argument, I had no receipts?
No, not all the time.
Okay, because I'm like, when I do have an argument, although I might not need to get into argument, I got receipts regardless. They stay
I
on the
said,
ready.
so the word that I used was but. You can do all of that, but just know you're gonna need them receipts. That's all I'm saying in the argument. Because when you start running out of receipts or you start bumping the gums and stuff, whatever, getting loud and stuff, or doing all that stuff, whatever, and the argument and the point gets away from you and stuff, whatever, you lost the argument anyway. Don't forget that.
Yeah, because you could be right and still lose the argument. That's
Mm.
100% right. But why am I arguing with people that refuse to understand what I'm saying?
Because they don't
Mhm.
want to.
They just don't want to argue. They just want to argue at this point. You just
They just don't
gotta.
want you to be right. They don't care about
It's
winning
some
so
stupid
much, or
people
they
out
don't
here.
care about the point so much. They just don't want you to be right. And
Yep,
then they
that's
know
all it
if
is.
you are right, then the best way for them to be right is to get you to a certain level to where you blow everything out of proportion.
Yep,
I mean, that's what it is, point blank, period.
yep.
And that's why I
Well, now
learned
I'm
them.
irritated again,
Why
okay?
you should be. You should
Oh
be because that's
God.
how I learned that. Oh,
Now,
okay, well,
now I'm irritated.
that's how I learned that. Oh, well, maybe I'm missing the point. Do you care to elaborate? That's how I learned that. I keep myself on mute until I have
When
taken
you
several
say, but
breaths
when you say that, I'll say the same fucking thing, but it come out. Yeah, have you
because
ever seen
you
them
didn't
TikTok
take
where it be
them
like,
same breaths. You ain't.
I'll be
Different. It
like,
come out slightly
wait,
different.
okay, you okay? Now, what you said again? You said I missed the point. Could you
And maybe
do you
I'm
care?
missing the point. Could you elaborate a little bit? Or maybe you can bridge the gap. I must be missing
Okay, so
something.
So
how I would
she
say
gonna
that
say this
shit.
what you
No, girl,
I know, but that's the
I would
thing.
even I would even say, well, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm missing the point. What is it then? What do you mean?
But you said, what is it then? What do you mean and stuff, whatever? That right there seemed antagonistic. You're attacking them and stuff, whatever. By
It's
saying,
because I'm
maybe
black.
I'm
Fuck
missing the
you.
point, can you
Fuck
point
you.
it
I
out?
don't care.
You're bringing it to
I don't
something
care.
else.
I don't care. I don't care no
I'm
more.
just
I'm about to be
saying.
real irritated. So
I'm just
I have
saying.
this is
to.
why this is the reason why I don't respond to emails. My ass just be sitting there looking at reading all
Now,
the
email,
emails
I
like,
could do that all day.
shit.
I could do that
Oh
all day because
shit.
you can't interpret tone in an
Well,
email. Yeah, you can, but you can't prove that that was the tone that I had when I wrote that
and you
email.
can't prove it was a certain, yeah, that's true.
You know,
Yeah,
I was just
yeah.
being
So
very
then you
descriptive when I let
gaslight
you
me.
know
People say, well,
where
maybe
you
you
had fucked up
misunderstood
and
my
how you should fix
tone.
the situation before you next bother my inbox. That's all I was doing in this missive. You can't prove that I was cursing you out.
When you say as per my last email, that's a
As
curse
per my
word.
last
That's a
motherfucking
curse
That's a
email.
curse
word.
word.
Look,
If
no, I
you
just
deign to look at the last email,
You know what? And it's so
stupid.
funny because people don't realize that I will get done. I will have to take a walk from my desk, and I'll say, you know what? Reading is fundamental, and I walk off and stuff, whatever. They don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Read the fucking email that I sent you. I'm gonna let it settle for a minute and see if you go back because I know sometimes when I ask a question, if I haven't received an answer, sometimes I'll go back and make sure. Okay, well maybe I'm missing something with it. So I'm gonna let that sit in your inbox how you just sent that and give you a minute to see if you want to reread and see where I'd have already answered you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, y'all
Yeah.
play a messy game. I don't know if I can handle that.
Hmm.
Girl, I'm fighting for my
Jesus,
life.
man.
Learned it. I had to learn that.
Fighting for
Okay.
my life up
But
in
that was
here.
I had a boss that told me the same thing. She said, you
Yeah.
have a tendency to answer or express your answer before anyone has actually asked the question. If you don't like something, we already know about it. And the problem is, it's not up for you to like it. It's really not.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes you
not.
just got to do it,
Mm-mm.
whether you like it or not. And the problem is that by you showing that and stuff, whatever, they're coloring every decision that you've made. Now, they don't think that you've made this decision because you've got data and numbers saying that this is a bad decision. Now they think that you're just saying no because you don't want to. So, yeah, I had a manager
And
tell me that.
is. Fuck you.
And
And
is.
is.
And is. But that's not how you keep getting them, raises and stuff, whatever. That's not how you keep getting the great team members on your performance evaluation. Yeah.
Bitch,
It's
fuck you. And us. Let's
it's a
call it
game.
out.
All right, y'all. That was tonight's conversation on Who All Coming, the Kinfolk podcast. I'm Maroon Assassin. We had Queen Bee and Jay Monet. Good night.
Bye. Shit. Fuck y'all.
I'm in it like a tattoo. The way you wear that dress, they gonna attack you. Way you look at me, baby, I got you.